Girl. Okay. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm starting this style on blown out hair, but you can start this style with any type of stretched hair. So I'm starting off by just sectioning off where I want the braids to go towards the front. I'm using the Connect-A-Line hair, and this pack was $5 for the equivalent of like 10 packs of hair. So first I'm just going to pull the hair apart to make sure that the ends are kind of tapered at the end so it's not so thick. And first of all, let me just say, I didn't plan out how I was going to do this style first. So I was kind of all over the place, but it turned out okay. So this was my first time adding hair and doing a braid. So I just watched a bunch of YouTube videos on how to do it, and I learned how to do it, and it turned out all right. And when I got to the end of where my hair was, I added a little bit of my favorite edge control, the Hicks edges, just to blend in my hair with the Connect-A-Line hair better. And this is probably my most rebought hair product is this edge control, because it is so good. So I just finished braiding that all the way down to the end, and then on my left side, I could not figure out how to put my hands to braid it down. Like I said, I just was trying this out. I didn't know what I was doing really, but I finally figured it out. So I just braided that one down as well. They're not even right now, but we're gonna fix that when we add the beads. But I thought I was gonna start off in the back, so I was sectioning off how I wanted the Bantu knot sections to be, and then I figured I couldn't see, so I was like, let me start in the front. So I started with a part in the front, going across, and then I tried one diagonal, but I found that just grabbing a medium to large size section was the best way to section it off, and then just fixing up the part with the comb after you just grab a section of hair. So I sectioned it off away from the rest of my hair and added some of the Hicks edge control to the base of the section just to make it look more sleek, and then brushed all of that in with my hair toothbrush. And you can kind of do your edges while you do this part too. So to section them off, I use the clear rubber bands because they don't break your hair off like the black rubber bands do. And then I went on to the next section, just grabbing a medium to large size section and then straightening out the part with the comb. Adding the Hicks to the base of the section and on my edges. Brushing it in really well with the hair toothbrush. Doing the edges, and then I sectioned it off with a clear rubber band. And this is how it looked after I did all of them. You can even wear your hair out like this. I think it's kind of cute. That's just not the style I was going for this time. But my main concern was just making sure it was pretty much symmetrical. So in the section, I split it into 3, and I added more edge control to the actual hair that's in the section to kind of slick it down to blend in with the Connect-A-Line hair better. And you will start off like a box braid, so you need 3 sections. You don't have to do it this way. However, you know how to add hair to make a box braid, do it that way, but I just did it this way. And I lined up those 3 sections with the 3 sections of my hair, and then just did a regular braid down to the end of where my hair was. And I added a little bit more of the Hicks to blend it in with my hair. And when I got to the end of my hair, I started to twist around, and I was trying to do it as if the Connect-A-Line hair was my hair, and by just twisting around my fingers and doing the Bantu knot that way, and I was wrapping it up towards the top of the knot. But then I looked at it and I was like, I don't like how this is turning out. So I started over. Still like at the end of where my hair stopped at the braid, I started twisting, but this time instead of just twisting around my finger, I used both hands to twist it upon itself and then wrap it around. And on this one, I kind of still did it up the Bantu knot instead of at the base, but I'll show you on the next one, it works better when you do it at the base. So I just kept wrapping all the way around until I got to the very end. And to seal it and make sure it stays, all you have to do is just keep wrapping all the way around to the end of the hair. So once again, 3 sections, lining them up with my 3 sections that I already added the edge control to. And if you're using just your natural hair, you can just do the Bantu knots. You don't have to do any braids or anything like that. Just section off your hair and do the Bantu knots. But once again, I'm braiding to the end of my hair. Actually, I didn't braid all the way to the end of my hair, but it does work better if you do. I added some of the hicks to blend it in with the Kanekalon hair, and then twisting it down some, and then wrapping it around at the base. Twisting it down, wrapping at the base, and just twisting it upon itself and wrapping around the base. One thing is, you don't want to do these too tight. I did mine really tight and I had a headache for like a day. So you don't have to make your sections that tight as long as it looks nice and sleek and neat. So I went ahead and finished the rest of those off. You can kind of see the braid at the top of it a little bit, but I didn't mind that. I don't think it affected the style at all. And then to make it look neater, I clipped off some of the extra braiding hair that was sticking out and making it look not as neat. And then I took some black rubber bands to seal off the knots at the base of the twist. Then I went and dipped the ends of my braids in hot water to make them more soft and not so stiff looking. And then I added the beads. So my technique to adding the beads was how I remember getting my hair done when I was younger. I just bent it in half and slid the beads up the braid. And then I stood up to see how far I wanted it to hang down. And then I sealed it off with a rubber band, the black rubber band this time, and cut off the extra. And with the rest of the hair that was still sticking out, I just sealed that down with another rubber band. But that's pretty much how the style turned out. I really liked it. If you liked it, please let me know what you thought in the comments, as well as like this video and subscribe to my channel. I wore this style for about a week, and how I kept it at night was just tying down the edges and sleeping with a bonnet over the top. And it lasted pretty much the whole week. It did get a little bit loose towards the end of the week, but this just goes to show you that even if you don't know what you're doing with the style, as long as you try your best and, you know, just put some effort into it, it will likely turn out good, because that's what I did. So I hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you next time.